Okay, Distance Learning Diary Day 27. So through another week 6, over 30 days at this point, just about 30 days at this point, which is crazy to be thinking about. So I've been going over all week how teachers are using video and different apps and programs and extensions and stuff like that we're using. And I saved one of my favorites for last. I'm going to talk a little bit about Nearpod. As I've said before, 3 things everybody probably knows about me. My favorite part of winter is when it's over. All IPAs are disgusting and should be dumped down the drain. Fight me. And I love Nearpod. So there's a ton of features to show you about, but I really want to show you about this one, which is the Collaborate board. I want to know how you are using the Collaborate board. But I want to talk to you about how you can enable the Collaborate board in a student-paced lesson. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video right here. Okay, so this is just one of the many features you can use a Collaborate board for. One cool thing about these is that they are shareable. You could share them out to Twitter and Facebook and social media accounts to show the world what your students are putting out there. Really cool examples of how Nearpod Collaborate boards are being used. There's one that was posted by Maggie Center, and it was a teacher who had people leave anonymous positive comments. I thought that was really cool. So there's a lot of cool features for a particular Collaborate board. This one is one I did on 9/11. I did this about 2 months ago, and I actually could find it in the reports in my account. So when I go down to this activity that I did on 9/11, it's a activity that I took from Nearpod and added some things to. I can go to the actual report, and I can also go to Collaborate, and I can pull up the class board. I can also bring up the editable board in case I needed to. This is also good because if you had a student who did something inappropriate on the Collaborate board, you could download it, send it to an administrator if you really needed to. So let's talk about student-paced lessons because it defaults to allow some control over the room, if you will, to have you approve comments, but you can turn off that feature, and I want to show you what that looks like. So I'm logged into my account here. I'm going to move my window out of the way for a second. I'm going to go to my settings wheel or my gear. And then it's going to cycle itself over. And what you want to do is you want to go to Advanced. And from there, let's give this a second. You're going to go down to this over here. Last one, Enable Collaborate for Student-Paced Lessons. So first of all, this is going to be off. It defaults to off. If you're going to want to use a Collaborate board in a student-paced lesson in a distance learning setting, you're going to want to turn on that gear in your settings or that particular feature in your settings by clicking on the gear. Again, you can rewind and take a look at those steps. So that's how to enable a Collaborate board in a student-paced lesson. Share some of the Collaborate boards you have in my posts on my YouTube channel. Please show me if you've used a Collaborate board, what it is you're going to be using it for, or what students have created in that Collaborate board. This one here that I used about 9/11 was I asked students, what do they already know about the September 11th? They can use images to spark their ideas, like each other's posts. There's really a lot of cool features with the Collaborate board, and I hope that you're going to give them a try in your next Nearpod lesson. Okay, so that is just a demonstration of how to enable a Collaborate board feature in a student-paced lesson in Nearpod. Give that a try. It's really cool. Students really love the idea of being able to express their ideas, put in some images. It's a pretty cool thing to do. And don't forget to share them out if you're using them. It's always good to show, your outside your classroom community, what are some of the things that you and your students are doing and producing in your classes. So that's the end of week 6. We're on to week 7. Rest up. Don't forget to look for that one thing that you're going to be implementing. Next week, we're going to review some stuff that I think we've went over in the past couple of weeks. I think we're going to revisit a couple topics, which I'm looking forward to. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a great weekend.